Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking another look at construction on the new Operations and Maintenance Center 4 in January of 2026. Known as OMC4 for short, it's being built on a 27-acre former industrial site in Coquitlam BC. When complete, it'll have storage capacity for 145 Mark V cars. That's 29 of the new 5-car trains. It can be expanded up to 170 cars or 34 trains in the future. The building and facilities have been designed to maintain the new longer 5-car Mark V trains that went into service in the second half of 2025. They'll be the new standard rolling stock for the system, with 47 trains ordered so far, but the contract is good for up to 800 cars or 160 trains by the end of the 2030s. Costing $1.3 billion, major construction started in the summer of 2023 with an expected opening in 2029. In the last year, crews have been busy working on the project. We'll start on the west end and work our way east. First up is the steel frame of Maintenance Shop 3. The new maintenance shop will house some of the rail equipment and machines used to maintain the Millennium Line. It will consist of a 3,730 square meter space that will be used for equipment storage and offices. It will have another 580 square meters of outdoor workspace with some of it covered and protected from the weather. 7 tracks will split off into the outdoor space, with one more running into a fully enclosed bay. These rails are for maintenance equipment only, so there won't be any power rails or center linear induction rails. We can see the yellow forms in place where the rails will be installed. A single track will run behind the maintenance shop and squeeze past it under the new road overpass. This will be part of the circle track that runs around the site. The new bridge was built over the course of 2025 and will provide access to the north access road that will run in between the storage tracks and other site buildings. On the south side of the site, the new retaining wall has been completed. This wall allows the site to be built out further while still maintaining grade. On the other side of the wall, aggregate has been brought in and compacted to fill and level the area. Directly beside it, foundations are being poured for the Vehicle Maintenance Shop 4. This is the largest building on the site at 10,500 square meters. It's where the Mark V SkyTrains will be serviced and maintained. There will be 3 200-meter-long train repair bays with inspection pits inside, along with storage space, parts depot, office space, and staff amenities. The south side of the building will be 3 stories tall. A tower crane was recently installed to help build the new shop. The sign labeling it Crane 1 implies the future existence of Crane 2. Across the site, drainage pipes have been installed and connected, as well as conduit for other required services. North of the vehicle maintenance building is where the storage tracks will be built. The area has been built mostly to grade now and is being used for storage and office space during this phase of construction. Another building of note that's having its foundations built is the power propulsion substation. The main power feed will arrive here and be stepped down to the appropriate voltages for both traction power for train movements and general building power. Beside it, the ramp for the flyover is nearly complete. Next to that, crossheads on the flyover columns are under construction. Scaffolding and forms have been set up while crews install rebar for the crossheads. A couple have already had concrete poured. Another concrete pour was underway here, although we're not sure what it's for. It could be related to the drainage system since it's below grade. Following along with the flyover columns, all have been completed in the last year. We can now visualize what it will look like here when the roughly 80-meter long curved steel span will cross over the BNSF yard. No word on when that's happening, but it'll be great to watch from the bridge on North Road. At the first column beside the Guideway, scaffolding for the formwork has been installed. On top of the column, these large metal spiky pieces stick out. They're cast into the column and will be used to tie in the rebar of the crosshead. It'll be interesting to see if the crosshead is physically connected to the existing bent beside it. Throughout this process, monitoring equipment has been set up all over the active Guideway to detect and measure any movement during construction. Up on the Guideway, work has been completed on the inbound track. That's the one closest to the highway. Work is now underway on the outbound track. Here we can see how the new switches have been installed on the west end of the pocket track. The old out-of-service one will now be removed. On the east end, the old switch has been removed, making it a temporary dead end while crews add in the new switch. Eventually, 2 more switches will be added into the outbound track to connect the 2 additional tracks coming in from the flyover. Trains will still operate on a roughly 12-minute headway while single tracking between Lougheed and Braid stations. This service pattern is expected to be in place until the summer of 2027. And that concludes our look at the new Operations and Maintenance Center 4 in January of 2026. As there's more to see at this stage in the project, we'll do our best to check it out again in the summer. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.